And we are live. So soon I will be joined by a few people. I think there might be some technical difficulties happening right now, but we're going to be talking about Disney Pixar's new film Luca that dropped on Disney Plus. And if you're here in the chat, make sure to say hey so we know that you're here. And if you're watching on the replay, then make sure to comment down below. Tell us what you think of it. And it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be fun. AJ is here now, and we'll add him. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
Uh-huh. Hear you really
Sick, okay. So AJ is here. AJ's been on my channel before. And how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
That's good. I'm doing pretty good, honestly.
Mhm.
So I think that since you're here before everybody else, I think that you should just share what you thought of Luca first. Like, just kind of run us through what you thought of it.
So with Luca, I did not watch the trailer, so I did not know what the film was about, and it was a surprise. I mean, obviously, it was a surprise because I didn't really know anything about it, but yeah. So I'm trying to get my thoughts together a little bit. I didn't realize that we were live when I came in, but
yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So, Luca, I was going to do a trailer reaction for it because I saw the poster and I saw that people had been kind of talking about it and things like that. So, I was going to do a trailer reaction. Didn't get to do that. So I said, I'm going to just watch the film. I'm not even going to do a trailer reaction. I'm not going to watch the trailer. I like to go in kind of fresh sometimes. So,
yeah,
I did that with the film. And I actually had to watch it in two parts. Because really? I watched it like really early, like I couldn't sleep. So I was like, let me turn on Luca. And then I got really tired. So I turned it off, watched the rest of it later that day. And I really enjoyed the film. In saying that, I do acknowledge that there are flaws with this film.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure we're going to get all into that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about with this movie. And I think it's good to have differing opinions and different people. Obviously, that's why I have invited two more people. They should be, for those watching, they should be coming soon whenever they click the link. But I wasn't a big fan of the movie. I'm not going to lie. I don't really think it's that good of a movie. Like, the more I thought about it, I was talking with my good buddy Chris, and the more I thought about it, I was like,
yeah, you and Chris are kind of like on the same playing field with this film. You guys have the same kind of the same outlook on it.
Yeah, basically. And Luke is here. I will add Luke to the stream.
Luke. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Finally glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you. So, I mean, since we are live now, Luke, what did you think of Luca?
I do have a full review of it on my channel if you guys want to go check that out. But I'll see right now, I really loved it. Just my only couple complaints are that I think the film is a bit slow. And I also think that one of the sea monster catchers is kind of annoying.
Alberto is
no. It's like like the guys that one of the guys that was trying to catch Luca and Alberto.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Like the villain of the movie?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, Jason is here. Thank you, Jason, for being here. There's mixed reviews for sure. I think we all have different opinions. And yeah, I will agree. The villain, if you could even call him that, was so annoying. I did not like him at all. Again, like, I'm not a big fan of the movie. Benji is here. I will add Benji to the stream. And we're all here.
What's up?
I had to restart my whole computer because it wasn't wanting to hook up the right input output. So we're good now.
All good. All good, man. It's good to have you all here. It's fun.
Oh, it's good to be on this.
Yeah, we've all shared our like quick thoughts on the movie. So Benji, what did you think of it?
Quick thoughts. Like, I love when Pixar goes and like when they're imaginative with it, like Inside Out, Soul, the Toy Story movies, Incredibles. But I feel like they once in a while they always come out with these movies that feel like they're not. I think it's directing wise, because when you look at the great directors, you got like Pete Docter, 100% great Pixar director,
Brad Bird.
and Yeah, totally. Brad Bird. Like, but when there's always one that always comes out once in a while that just doesn't hit, Cars 2, Brave, you got like, even for me, Onward, I felt like didn't get to the to the heights that like the Toy Story movies or Soul or Inside Out did.
I get that.
But basically, this movie I feel is the same way. I think that they didn't necessarily, it didn't feel like it didn't feel like it was in the same wheelhouse. You didn't have like the endings of movies like this is a big thing. Like it hits me usually like Inside Out, Soul, Toy Story. Usually the ending is like heart-wrenching and the characters are fully three-dimensional and the story is just impactful and it's fun the whole time. I feel like this movie was more directed to younger kids and I would get that if that's where they were going with it. But if we compare it, which maybe it's not fair to, but if we compare it to the other Pixar movies, it's definitely on the lower end for me. It's not one of my favorites. It's not one I'll probably ever watch again. Up there with like, I'll probably never watch Cars 2 or Brave again, just because they're not really. They don't, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will agree with you right there because it's like the Cars films. Like whenever you like watch them as a kid, you're just like, oh my god, they're so fun. But then you grow up and realize you're just like, is this supposed to be toy product placement here?
Yeah, but even as a kid, I liked Cars 3 and Cars 1, but I didn't like Cars 2. I don't know. It just felt like it was like a rushed sequel. Like, we got to make another one because the first one did so well.
I really did not like Cars 2.
No, Cars 2 I think is the weakest one, and for me this does fall in. I think I had it in like the bottom 6 of Pixar. Again, I wasn't really a fan of it. I know Benji you aren't, but AJ and Luke were. So this is gonna be a fun discussion. And
so where's your guys' placement for it? That's a like.
Oh yeah,
that's a good question actually, because honestly, like where I would put I honestly don't know where I would put Luca, but I know for sure that Coco and Soul are in my top 2.
Oh yeah, totally.
But just for me, I don't know personally like where I would rank Luca, but yeah, it's like in the top 10 positioning for my top 10 best of the year list so far.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. AJ, what about you?
I would I don't know like the exact number I would put it, but I would say it's mid-tier. Pixar, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It felt like it was missing something, and it might be due to it being intended for Disney Plus only. It wasn't really intended for theaters. And Soul was intended for theaters, but we kind of know what happened with that. It got pushed to Disney Plus. But yeah, so like I did feel like it was a little bit less production put into it, or like thought or something. I don't know. It was missing something.
I agree.
I will agree with you there.
That is one of my biggest problems with the movie. I mean, again, like I the more I think about the movie, the more I don't like about it. And we were talking about this a little bit before you came here, Benji. But like Chris and I, like Chris Filmstock, we kind of really agree with it, and we kept texting like more and more the day.
Well, he made a really good tweet about Pixar. Did you see the Pixar tweet where he basically said that Pixar is such at an elevated scale at this point that they could make a really bad movie and people would still be like, well, it's really good, positive ratings. I feel the same way about stuff like Marvel. I think that a lot of Disney, except for Star Wars, has had that aspect where people, because everyone hates on Star Wars, they always do something wrong. No one hates
Star Wars more than Star Wars fans.
Oh, 100%. Right. But everyone else in the Disney canon, they can literally do a bad movie and there will still be a outpouring of good reviews. And I agree with Chris on his tweet about like Pixar's at a level where they're untouchable at this point. And it's not necessarily fair because there are people, and it's of course you two who really enjoy it. But I think that there are definitely people on YouTube I've noticed who have just done a good review because it's a Pixar movie and they're a part of the Disney Reviewers Club or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Continue.
Yeah, because it's like it's like those films that get like really positive reviews, but like say, let me give a quick example. Something like Malcolm and Marie earlier this year. It got a lot of positive reviews, but I honestly did not care for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree with that. Or something like Wonder Woman 1984, where the first reviews came out and they were like high 80s, low 90s, and then when the public actually saw it,
Yeah.
it dropped to like 62. So it's one of those
that's
things
like
that you can
that's
see
the
bias.
thing. Like, I didn't get why people did not even like Wonder Woman 84. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of it, but I see what you're saying, Benji, because like it's kind of like this thing where when you're given screeners, people almost feel like they have to give a positive review
same thing
so
with
that they can
premieres.
keep getting
Yeah.
screeners.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of funny. It's ironic with that. They get that. I mean, using Wonder Woman 1984, as you said, like the reviews are really high, and I'm like, damn, this is gonna be good. I watched it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not like
Yeah.
it. AJ, do you agree with me on this?
Yeah. I didn't care for Wonder Woman 84 at all. I probably dislike it more than you guys could even imagine. But I do agree. No, I do agree that I'm not knocking anybody who enjoyed it. I've gone on several lives talking about it, discussing it for hours and things like that. But so it does take effect. But I did want to kind of go back a little bit. What we were talking about with rankings. I think sometimes with rankings, especially with like complete franchises like Star Wars or the MCU, DCEU, Pixar, things like that, it's kind of tough to analyze a film like by itself, like as it is, because it is being compared to so many other films in the franchise and by that production studio. So I think this film kind of didn't really get a fair shake, even though it wasn't great. There was a lot of flaws with the film. But like being compared to like all the other Pixar films really diminishes the effort and the production that was put into this film. I believe.
I think that's fair. I mean, like for me, it's Pixar, so the movie looks gorgeous. Like some of my positives were the movie, of course, looks gorgeous. It takes place in Italy, and the voice acting is across the board really, really good. And like the score was good, and there were good messages. But those are like my only positives because for me, it felt so forgettable. Even watching it, it was even too slow. Like the first 30 minutes sucked. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was like, oh, I just didn't really get it. And there were a lot of things like, maybe somebody in here could even answer this, but like, what the hell is Luca doing with those fish at the start? What is he doing with them?
He's kind of like farming. They're all like kind of farmers. So they're kind of farming the fish. And that's why they were so good at, catching the fish when, what's her name's dad? I can't even remember the girl's name. Her dad was looking for fish to sell, and he took them. Yeah, he took them with him, and they had like a boat full of fish. So they knew about.
I just assumed because they were fish, they just knew where everybody goes at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah, the intro, like the fishing, like the intro with the fish and everything. When I saw it right away, I was like, "This is heavily inspired by Finding Nemo." Like this is, it could be beat for beat a Finding Nemo scene. Probably more Finding Dory, but still, it was like this feels like a lot of the scenes felt like different movies. Of course, the overall "Call Me by Your Name," that comparison is very. I can see why people were using it because even up to the end scene with him like leaving on the train, I was like, "Yep, this is Call Me by Your Name." Like I can see.
Interesting. See Timothy Chalamet sitting like this at the end,
crying into the camera.
That's just like you just see him like sitting right there, and it's just like, okay, he's posing for the camera.
But
I agree. Multiple scenes that felt like different. They were plucked out of different movies, and a lot of times I can respect that. Unless, like I've seen movies throughout the years where they're just other scenes. Like that's how I felt about The Conjuring 3 being like it was literally just other horror movie scenes just put into this movie with a little bit of Warren like story wrapped around it. This movie was not so like in your face referential to other films, but like there were definitely scenes where I was like, yep, that's them giving a thumbs up to another movie or something like that.
And I will agree on that because aside from the side that I have not seen Conjuring 3, I did not go see that last night. You're welcome, Ewan. You're welcome. But yeah, I did not see Conjuring 3 yet. I haven't really had a desire to watch it, but I will agree with what Benji said. It's just there are some films that just feel like they have some of the same scenes that you just like watch, and it's just like, isn't that familiar?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it just kind of felt pretty messy at times because it goes from this story of these two guys, the two main characters, and they're trying to bond and all this. But then you also have like their friend, the girl that they meet, and then they have the sports, and then the bad guy, but the bad guy in the sports. Moped. Yeah. Yeah. Like the Vespa. And it's like there's this part of the movie, there's like the sports aspect, but then there's the coming of age thing. And for me, they didn't really connect. I don't know. It just didn't feel.
It would have made a good short film or a collection of Pixar like shorts before. Like
I would agree.
The Small Fry or the Hawaiian Vacation for the Toy Story movies.
Oh yeah.
Or Your Friend the Rat's Ratatouille one. Maybe not. It wouldn't have worked because I feel like certain segments of the movie felt like they were different movies. And if they would have made them shorts on Disney Plus and they would have said Pixar shorts or whatever they want to call it, it would have been better. But then trying to turn into a full movie, it kind of felt like it went on too long. Even though without the crazy length of the Disney Plus credits, it's like 8 minutes.
15 minutes.
Credits.
15 minutes of it.
Yes.
It was like an hour and a half. And it still felt too long for an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was an hour and 25 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a Pixar short and somebody was like, let's let's kind of fluff this out a little bit and put it on Disney Plus. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because it did feel like one of those.
It doesn't. If I'm being honest, that's what the Cars film should have done. Just be like short films, just dumped on Disney Plus. It's just like, here you go. Like, you don't have to watch the movie anymore.
Right.
It doesn't feel like the full story was developed before the film was made. In a sense, like Soul, you knew they were going somewhere, and even especially with the John Baptiste score or the Nine Inch Nails score, you could tell that there was planning on multiple levels of how the story was going to be told in multiple ways. And I feel like that wasn't here necessarily. It felt like, 100%. I should probably get that soon. But like, it's one of those things where it didn't feel like the scenes were fully developed of like a story, like a three-dimensional story with multiple layers. But they wanted to hit the certain elements that every Pixar movie hits. The crying, the sad ending, and the villain that doesn't really have a big, super big motive, but is in there doing something.
Asshole.
Oh man,
No,
don't even get me started right now with that villain. Like I said, that guy kind of annoyed me.
Kind of.
Like keyword, kind of, because there were times when I thought he was decent, like I didn't think he was like all that annoying, but then when it came to like the final act of the film where it's like they're going through like this like bike race or something like that, that's when I was like, okay, bro, shut your mouth, you're done.
First up, I have to say thanks to Jason. He's donated $40. So
nice.
Wow. Thank you a lot, Jason. That's really nice of you. Thank you. And I think we should answer this before we go into that. Do you think Luca was rushed for the script or the movie? Like, so we were saying it was rushed, but do we think it was the story? Do we what specific aspects, kind of, if that makes sense?
My thought on this, because I thought about this a little bit while I watched other movies to clean the palette of film after seeing this. But I feel like it was a concept that they thought this would be a cool idea, but then Disney Plus came around and they were like, okay, we got to make this movie now. I think the script was a little rushed, but I think overall the production and the post-production was where they were like, because they wanted something for Disney Plus, that's the mindset right now, especially with the premium access. Their mindset is, how do we bolster Disney Plus to a point where people will pay like whatever they choose to bump it up to in the future to watch these movies? And I think that with something like it's very much I think they had the same mindset as something like Zack Snyder's Justice League, where they're like, hey, this is for the streaming service. This is going to get people in. I'm assuming a Pixar movie would get people in to watch it. I think it was a little rushed in the production and the post-production, but pre-production wise, they had a good idea, but they didn't flesh it out as much because they're like, hey, Disney Plus movie, we got to get it out there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Luke, what do you think? We'll just go around.
Okay. What I really think the film was really rushed with was honestly its voice casting. Like,
whoa.
I know. Hot
Elaborate.
take, I know.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, but here's the thing: Jacob Tremblay was perfect casting for Luca.
Yes.
But honestly, what it really felt like to me was like they just like dug to the bottom of the barrel and it's just like, oh, Jacob Tremblay, let's have him here, something like that. So, and yes, I will agree that the production design was a little bit rushed and that they were just going to dump it on Disney Plus. But here's the thing: they at least didn't give us premiere access like they did with Cruella. That is the only reason why I saw that.
If I paid $20 for that, I would be so pissed.
I went to the theater and I paid $12 for a ticket because I was like, I'm not paying $30 to watch it by myself. So I went to the theater with people just to see it.
I still haven't seen Cruella.
Yeah, but I actually, funny enough, I actually still have my ticket.
Nice.
Here, let me see if I can get it for you guys.
Just to go back to what I was saying, you can show your ticket, but I was saying like if I paid $20 to see Luca on Disney Plus or whatever, I would be so mad. I still need to see. Yeah. I need to see Cruella still.
I got a
different story.
Yeah, they were $7 tickets. So because I went to a theater in Sibley, Iowa, so it was cheap. It was cheap anyway. So I was like, you know what?
Well, 100%. Like Luca, Cruella, Mulan, most of these movies, except for the Marvel stuff that have come out, Raya, same thing. I think that most of the movies, until they hit with the Marvel stuff, there's no reason to pay $30, or at least here in Canada, it's $35. I'm like, nah,
exactly.
Oh man,
for this.
Yeah, but like,
so were you were able to see Luca in the theaters?
I wasn't.
I saw Cruella in the theaters.
Oh, Cruella!
Because I have the theater open, and it's such a cheaper. It's so cheaper to see it in the theater than to be like $35.
Yeah, I saw Cruella in the theaters as well.
Yeah, I loved Cruella. Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys. I love
Cruella. I love Cruella as well.
I haven't seen it. It's just not worth the $30 on premiere.
I'm gonna be.
I don't know what movie really is worth $30 on premiere. Actually.
I would say the Marvel stuff. When it gets to like, if they put like, if they put like Doctor Strange and like stuff like
not.
They're gonna do that with Eternals.
I still don't feel
they're gonna do it with Eternals 100%.
I would rather see that in the theaters anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is like if you watch a film like Mulan, like on Disney Plus, it's not worth the $30 price of admission because the film is boring.
Oh yeah, I
really did not like Mulan, and what was with the visual effects nomination? It could have been taken out by like Sonic the Hedgehog or something.
Oh, 100%.
I thought the visual effects were great though in the film. I'm gonna say that I really enjoyed the visuals, and I really enjoyed the wardrobe.
I'll drop it right now. I would have rather seen Birds of Prey get the visual effects nomination than Mulan.
Hold on a second, Benji. I would actually take out Midnight Sky and put in Birds of Prey. There you go.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I haven't seen Midnight Sky.
Is not good. Because what else do we have? We have like what else do we have? We have like Love and Monsters, Tenet, One and Only Ivan. Love and Monsters was my pick.
I chose my pick was always going to be Tenet because of the visual effects of the reverse shots that they did practically. But I totally Love and Monsters was a number 2. But I feel like a lot of the choices this Oscar season, I was like, yep, this is a weird choice. Like, why give Vinterberg Best Director and then not give him one of the 3 open spots for Best Film, like for another round?
Another round. Like where the Best Picture nominee for that one go?
I haven't seen another round.
I
just heard it's really good. Oh, I mean, we're getting a little off track, which is okay, definitely. It's okay. It's okay. But let's go to AJ for this question.
I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier. It kind of felt like it was sort of meant to be a short And they kind of fluffed it out a little bit to make it a feature-length film. But as far as being rushed, I'm not really sure exactly what was rushed, but it just felt like something was off. Something was missing. That spark was missing. We felt a little bit towards the end in the third act, but we should have been having fun the whole time.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
My biggest
the wraparound that brings it all together, I think, was missing.
My biggest problem with the movie that I said in my review, which some people could say is an unfair thing, but I said it was missing the Pixar magic, and that's my biggest problem. A lot of people are saying, you don't like it because it's a Pixar movie. It's not as good as the other ones. Well, I just don't think it's a good movie. It just so happens to be by Pixar, and if you have a Pixar movie and they are held up to crazy standards, but there is still that thing about them that has to be good. I would agree that it's rushed. I didn't even think that it should have been a short film. Like, I didn't think that at first, but now I totally agree. It would have worked so much better, and it wouldn't have, because a lot of it was boring, and I know a lot of people that fell asleep during the movie. And the only reason
here's a good comparison for it. Like, the thing about, like, look at Sony Pictures Animation, Spider-Verse, and then you compare it to Emoji Movie. But if you're or DreamWorks, let's look at DreamWorks.
Please.
DreamWorks did the Shrek movies, but Shrek 3 was trash. So, and if someone came out and was like, "Hey, that's unfair that it didn't have the DreamWorks magic," it's like, but certain movies click, certain styles click in a company, and this movie didn't click in a Pixar way that the other ones did. It didn't bring me to a world where I'm like, I want to be here, like Monsters Inc. or like Incredibles or like Toy Story. It didn't have that aesthetic that these movies did, and people are calling it out, and it's unfair for people to say, "Hey, you're just being mean to the movie," because it's like, but that's just how it is. It doesn't feel like a Pixar movie. It feels like one of those Disney like movies that they were dropping in their like late 2000s, really, to me,
like the Renaissance era,
like the post Renaissance where they had like Chicken Little and stuff. It felt like Pixar's version of that.
Okay, I'm just gonna get this out of the way really quick. I do understand where you guys are coming from, like about why you guys think it should have just been a short film, but to me, honestly, yes, it kind of does feel a lot like Finding Nemo when you watch this, is because you're going into an underwater world.
Yeah, let's not disrespect Finding Nemo, though. It is the best Pixar film. In
I know.
Really? Is it number one for you?
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Respect.
I'm just saying. I have.
That's a side note.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
But yeah, now you're good, man. You're good. But honestly, like when I watch a film like that, it kind of transports me to that kind of world.
Yeah.
But think about this. If it's something that's not like, that just doesn't look cool, you're just like, what am I doing here?
But here's the thing. All the good Pixar movies take you to a world that doesn't exist. Italy exists. Same with Brave. The time Scotland exists. You know what I mean? Like,
Ratatouille.
When you take Ratatouille's, I think, different though in my mind, because it's more about the rats. You know what I mean? In the rat world,
sadly.
Because rats.
I mean, these are sea monsters we're talking about, so
that's true.
I think it's the location he means, though.
Yeah,
but the location, if the location is somewhere where and especially if it's a location where multiple movies have already been set, it's kind of it's them trying to do a movie in Italy. I get it. Or like them try to do it with like. And like that's the thing too. Comparison to Coco, Coco's better because it takes you into the world of the dead, which doesn't exist, or it doesn't. We can't physically go there. You know what I mean? I was almost gonna say it does. No. It
depends on what you believe in. We'll say
exactly.
We can't physically go there and vacation there, but we can vacation to Italy. So it's not an interesting location for a Pixar movie.
Hey, Sally Boy, Carlos, great. We just did a video. That's a quick plug. Me and Sally Boy just did a video there. He's in the chat. How are you doing? But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying with that, because obviously, sea monsters, whatever. But like, because we are in Italy, it just, again, like it just kind of goes back to the point of the movie is missing something for me. Again, because I know that we have AJ and Luke in here that really like the movie, but like
I mean, I like the movie, but it's mid tier.
Okay,
I didn't love it.
Good.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. I want to make that clear.
Okay.
Thanks for making us clear there,
AJ.
Yeah.
Let's go around and say our favorite Pixar movie. Benji, we can start with you.
No,
right.
I pull up my list so someone can go first.
Okay, then Luke, you can go.
Okay. So like I said, Coco is technically my favorite, but Soul is like a close second. Okay. One big reason like why I think Coco is my favorite because I've seen it more times and it's a film that really, really, truly gets in my heart. And I actually got to see it in the theater when I went for a trip to California.
That's cool.
Nice.
You saw it at the El Capitan?
Yep. Yes, sir. I did.
Yeah, I was there and I saw Lion King, like the reboot, which maybe that's why I like it more than some other movies. But that was the one that was playing, so I had to see it. It was before
Totally cool, man.
Yeah, but like it was before, I forget what was supposed to come out next from Disney, but it was a much better movie and it would have been cooler to see that one. No, I guess I got it up now. I have Toy Story 3, which is a classic choice. Followed by
great film.
Inside Out and Soul. Yeah, my top 3, or I guess my top 4 are Toy Story 3, Toy Story, Inside Out and Soul, because those ones hit me on an emotional level more and probably a nostalgic level too. And I felt like they were the strongest narrative-wise, character-wise, structure-wise. But yeah, no, like I can see people putting Coco up there, even when people are like, yeah, Monsters Inc. or like Incredibles, or it's hard because I personally feel like to me, Pixar's never made what I would call a perfect film, but they've made some really good runner-ups of really, really good, like close, near perfect films. And it's hard to rank them, but that's what I say currently. It changes sometimes, but currently I'd say, I guess Toy Story 3 is my favorite one that they made.
Okay, and what about you, AJ? Like, what are your top few? I guess we're just going with our top few favorites.
Well, I'm going to have to say my number one is The Good Dinosaur. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I was going to kick you out of here.
Hold on a second. AJ, can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. So I watched The Good Dinosaur one time, like at the Memorial Auditorium, which was actually close to the school I went to. It was like a middle school thing for like a Renaissance kind of thing, and like if you earn like bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, anything like for your GPA, I was able to go. I remember really, really loving it the first time I watched it, but then as upon rewatch, it's like, hey, what's up, Jennifer? Just so I get that out of the way. But upon rewatch, I was like, this movie's got serious problems.
Oh yeah,
it's so bad.
It's not great.
So
it's not great.
I still like it though. It's not my favorite Pixar film like it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but what is your real?
My real number one is Coco. That's my number one. Love Coco. And I don't know if it's just because it's a musical or I don't know, something about the music, something about the culture. It really resonated with me personally when I watched it. And then I had to go back and rewatch it like 3 times in a row. I had to show all my family and like that. So I've really, really enjoyed Coco. Up there is, I haven't done a Pixar ranking in a while, but Toy Story 1 for sure. Toy Story 3. And Monsters Inc.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are some that I really love. And I love Finding Nemo, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's quite in the top 5. It might not be quite in the top 5, but I do enjoy it a lot.
I kind of like Finding Nemo more than most people I know. Like, it's kind of always been my favorite. I don't really know.
I see it behind you right there.
This way. It's like reversed.
It's split.
I was trying to look right there, and I was like, where did it go? Yeah. It's too small.
It's fantastic. That's my favorite. I'll just do like my top 5. The Incredibles is my number 2. My third place is an unpopular opinion, but it's Toy Story 2. That's my favorite Toy Story movie. But it's followed by Toy Story 3, so you guys can't get too mad. And then Monsters Inc. But I love Toy Story 2. I love The Incredibles, but Finding Nemo to me is a perfect movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. And like, even when I'd seen it, of course, when I was younger, but like, I remember when I was, I would have been 11. And for some reason I watched it on a car ride to a hockey tournament, which makes no sense at all. Like, why would a cool hockey boy be watching fucking Finding Nemo? Like, it doesn't really make sense. But I watched it and I was just like, nah, this is amazing. And then I've gone back and watched it over and over again. And I actually kind of want to watch it now that I'm talking about it more and more. It just, I don't know. There's something about it that hits me. And Coco, Jennifer says Coco is great. Love that one. Yeah. That's the only Pixar movie I haven't seen. Before you guys get mad at me, it's because every time I go to watch the movie, something gets in the way. And then now, because I'm doing reactions, I want to react to it, but I need to find a way to, get the copy of it. But I don't know why I haven't seen it, because I've heard so many great things about it. Like, everybody who's watched the movie loves it. And I don't know what it is. And there we go. Jennifer also agrees that Toy Story 2 is her favorite. Yes, we got more people on the train. There's something about it.
Well, I guess it's time for us all to admit our dirty laundry about Pixar. I've never seen Toy Story 4 or Incredibles 2. It came out at a time where I wasn't into Pixar, as much, and I just never saw it.
It's okay. I feel like that's fine. The Toy Story 4 and Incredibles 2, those aren't like the essentials. Yeah, I feel like those aren't the.
It's like if you never saw Toy Story and you're like, my favorite is Good Dinosaur. It's like, never saw
oh my god,
like,
right?
Oh god,
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's but that's also kind of like saying that Brave is your favorite, and that's definitely not my favorite.
No. I mean, it might be somebody's favorite out there. No disrespect, but
no disrespect.
I know, but I know, but it's just sometimes that where it's like you just have that come out of nowhere, and it's just like, really?
Yeah. Jason says Toy Story 1 to 4 are his favorites, and honestly, I love Toy Story 4. I've only seen it in the theaters, and I need to go back and rewatch it. I love it. I think it's amazing. Incredibles 2 is really good as well. I've just seen it so many times because of my brothers. They would just put it on all the time. So it's like I'm a little bit burnt out from it in a way, but I do think it is actually a very good movie. Obviously, I love the first one as well. And yeah, like I really love Toy Story 4. I feel like you should give it a shot for sure. Both of them, honestly.
Yeah.
And
both are good.
AJ, what's your kind of dirty Pixar secret in a way? Whatever Benji said.
I don't know if it's a hot take or what, but I dislike all three Cars films. I kind of hate them with a fiery. I hate them with a fiery passion.
They feel less imaginative.
The first one.
They don't feel as
like
imaginative
Brave
as the others.
Yeah, you like Brave. Okay.
That might be something that's a hot take, but I like Brave.
Yeah.
I like it too, man. I like it.
I haven't seen it in so many years, but even when I was younger, I was like, I really don't like this. I mean,
I liked it more than Luca.
Again, I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it, and like I get it. Again, of course, opinions are opinions. I personally don't. I mean, not Toy Story. Cars 2 is my least favorite. I've seen like most of Cars 3, and I just I remember liking the first one, but it's been so long since I've seen it. So that's like, I'd say the Brave one is more of a hot take, but nobody really says it's the worst one. They just say it's one of them. But Luke, what's your hot take or whatever?
I put Cars 2 over Luca on my list.
Really?
Come on, man.
Yeah, really? Woo. Okay.
Disappointed in you. Disappointed in you.
I don't know, man. Maybe the wasabi scene just beat all of.
Screw you later.
That scene is so funny. It's not a good movie, but that scene is so funny.
I feel like maybe that movie, I was more invested in it, and I feel like that's a thing. As I was more invested in, also like it had funny scenes that I remember. So maybe that's where it's set. Yeah.
We got Jennifer agreeing with AJ here. Luke's not going to like that.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
No, I think
I do have to say, I didn't
saying that. Like, what the crap, man?
Yeah, but I do have to say, I didn't love Brave. I like it though.
Yeah, that's fair. Luke, what's your hot take or whatever we want to call it now?
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm trying to think for a second. Shoot. Okay. Now, like I said before, I used to love cars a lot when I was younger, and I even had like a lot of the toys, like those like Lightning McQueen toys and stuff like that. But then as I grown older, I was like, Mater, can you shut up, please? Okay. Okay. Let me get this straight. I have nothing against Larry the Cable Guy at all. I have nothing against that guy because
where's this going though?
No.
My dad actually did like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour stand-up comedy specials back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. His character just kind of annoys me nowadays. I mean, I like his character, but it's just the way he talks that it's just like, bro, shut up, please.
It might be. I feel like it might be a little overdone, especially with the 3 films there.
Yes.
But,
yeah, I would agree. But but really quick, I'm like semi okay watching Cars 3, but what am I saying? Gosh, I can't talk today. But okay, I mean, Cars 3 is okay, but not easy to get through for me. Like it's like one of those films where it's like it takes itself way too seriously.
It feels like an Oscar drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It feels like an Oscar drama about a retired racer. Yeah.
It feels like Promising Young Woman, but just only worse.
Promising Young Woman slander.
I like Promising Young Woman.
I love Promising Young Woman. I've seen it 3 times.
Sound of Metal was my choice for Best Picture.
Judas
Promising Young
Messiah
Woman
for
and
me.
Sound of Metal were kind of my 2 picks. But back to
Promising Young Woman is okay.
Metal, yeah.
It's a 3 out of 5 for me.
For a second.
I agree. Yeah.
And also, I also got to say something a little bit about A Bug's Life.
We didn't talk about that. That's wild. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, me too.
It flies under the radar a little bit.
That's I think it's movie for me.
Yeah, I really think it's one of those Pixar films that really did fly under a lot of people's radars, like as time went on.
Pun intended.
Flick is a great character, and I actually have a picture with a guy in a Flick suit when I went to Disney World when I was really young.
Oh yeah, back in the day when they had Bugs Land, yeah.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
It wasn't Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is. I mean, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I love Kevin Spacey as Hopper.
He's a good. I'll say it right now. He's really good in that role. Like
absolutely.
I don't feel like it's a good play. Like he did stuff. It was bad, but like I think that his character work though in that movie and a lot of other movies were good though. He's a good villain.
Exactly.
In most movies that he's in.
Yeah.
Like he's a fantastic actor. Like maybe not like of course there's
personally
tons of terrible stuff.
Yeah.
But if you separate, the personal life from the actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're trying to say. For me, I rewatched A Bug's Life last summer, I think. And this could also be an unpopular opinion. I don't really think it's that good of a movie. Like I think that it is. I know that's gonna hurt a lot of people, but when I was watching it, I was just like, I don't know what it is because I used to watch it. Like I have nostalgia with it because I used to watch it a lot as a kid. But like when I rewatched it, I was like, I don't really like this. I think it's better than Luca, but I'm just like, I don't know what. Maybe it is dated. I'm not gonna take anything away from that, but
you could tell its age.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the animation is not the best, but there are definitely some things in it where I'm just like, yikes! I don't know. But that's an unpopular opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of a hot take.
Bug's Life.
Ants. I watched it this year. Ants. I'm gonna go Ants. I know it's different. They're both not that great of movies. They're both not really the best movies. They're both like, all right movies. But I do have to go Ants because I watched it in class like much early at the start of the school year, and I was like, this is better than I remember. But
yeah. I would okay. I think this might be also everybody's choice, but I'm going with The Bug's Life because I've seen it more times. And I think it's a lot more fun than Ants. But don't get me wrong.
It's more fun, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love Woody Allen for sure. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is about Ants, it creeped me out as a kid. Honestly.
Well, the animation is weird. Yeah.
So you got
the
history.
It's perfect. It's just like the scene like where Renee Zellweger's character gets like stuck on like at the bottom of the shoe like with a piece of gum on it. That was the scene that creeped me out because I was like, how are you guys gonna get down from there?
Yeah. Well, here's a hot Pixar take. Cars Land, now that we have Marvel Land and Star Wars Land and stuff, Cars Land was, even though I like Radiator Springs Racers and I like the aesthetic of the land, they should have made Toy Story Land over that
100%.
in California
Yes.
Adventure.
I mean,
or
absolutely.
even a Monsters Inc. land, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been there, but I agree. Like, Cars, again, like, from memory, I like the first movie, but you have Toy Story and you have Cars. Let's just
They could have even done
out.
Incredibles. They could have done
Incredibles.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That.
They
That'd
just
be
made a
nice.
roller coaster. They just did one roller coaster and one.
I do want to go on that.
Jesse
That looks
ride
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One,
They should have done something else.
Yeah, but I love watching The Incredibles so much as a kid, but I always like that final battle scene at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially like when Jack really starts actually acting like a superhero, and
I
Jason
remember.
Lee's, and then when the villain of the movie was just voiced by
Syndrome.
Jason Lee of
Syndrome.
Kevin Smith movies,
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%.
He's like, "This isn't the end of it. I will get your son eventually." So then, Mr. Incredible throws a car at the plane, and then he just gets sucked in. It gets sucked into the whatchamacallit,
Propellers. Yeah.
Yes,
Propellers.
thank you. And I was like, if they showed that, this movie would have been rated R.
It's Captain America: The First Avenger.
Right. Exactly.
Raiders of the
There you
Lost
go.
Ark.
Incredibles 3
Yeah.
with a villain voiced by Kevin Smith
Yes.
Hey.
or Jason Mewes. Or
I'm
Jason
down with
Mewes,
that.
and they have to say
I would like to see-
Snoochie in the movie.
I would really love to see Kevin Smith do that, but just
I want
like
to see him do more movies. Like directing
agree,
wise,
man.
he's a decent director, but I want to see him do more acting. You know, he can do
Yeah.
it, and he's proven it. Like I want to see him do an acting gig that isn't him playing himself, because he mostly plays himself.
He does, yeah.
which
So-
is Silent Bob. So
Oh
He's
yeah,
like,
Silent
Where you
Bob, and then when he played Kevin Smith in Silent Bob reboot, where he was like, "Hi, I'm Kevin Smith," and they were like, "Who is that asshole?"
yeah, but
Yeah.
Can I say something about Kevin Smith really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
No
so-
way.
no, no.
I'm kidding. I'm
Kevin
kidding.
Smith talk.
Okay. Okay.
No.
But okay. But I also got a question for you guys. Like, if you guys have seen any of Kevin Smith's movies, what is your favorite Kevin Smith movie?
Oh, that's a good question. Mallrats.
Mine's easy.
Or Mallrats or
Oh.
Dogma. No, not Mallrats. What am I talking about? Clerks or Dogma? Right there.
Mine's
Yeah.
easy. It's easily Clerks. Like, Clerks is one of
100%.
those
Great
films where you can
dialogue.
just sit. Yeah, great dialogue, but you can just sit back and relax and just have a good time laughing.
Yeah, 100%.
I absolutely
Yeah,
love Clerks.
Totally.
And plus,
Yeah.
Randall, great, one of the best characters in movie history.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Where he's
no.
like, you got this, vent your frustrations. Like, you got to vent your frustrations and rip to the occasional customer.
accidentally selling the cigarettes to a child.
Yeah, okay. And also, here's kind of a thing. Like, Dante basically blames a lot of the stuff on Randall when most of it is technically his fault.
Yeah. No, it's
But
a good script. It really, at that time in the 90s with Tarantino and Rodriguez and Smith, that movie really proved that he can write a good script. I wish he went back to that basis for his movies, and I'm hoping that Mallrats 2 and Clerks 3 go back to that for the script, where they're more witty like that and they're more just Kevin Smith being Kevin Smith, because he's just been making movies like Yoga Hosers. I'm like, no one cares. They're not good movies. Like, they're weird to be weird, and they're 100%.
Just the Jay and Silent Bob movies would just make more of a difference here, please.
Yeah.
And plus, okay,
Yeah.
not to be overlooked here is this one scene in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back when Jay and Silent Bob are in a van with this band, where you see a cameo from Sean William Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ewan, if I'm doing any spoilers here. I'm sorry, man.
I don't know what the fuck are you talking
It's,
about.
it's literally 20 years old. It's as old as I am, that movie. I think it's good. People have seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I love Jay and Silent
already.
Bob Strike Back, but then apparently he's like, it's like when they just freaking throw him out of the van. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, you deserve that one.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, I want him to go back to his old writing directing roots, but also try and play different types of characters because he's good at it. He's a fan of a lot of things. Throw him a bone. I wanted him to do the Flash movie, but they gave it to Andy Muschietti. He should have directed the Flash movie. It's a good choice. I just feel like, or if they do a Supergirl movie, just give them the Supergirl movie and
Yeah, I think AJ, you can share your thing quickly. Then we'll get back to Luca for 10 minutes. I think we'll wrap it up then. And just quickly,
it's gonna be really quick because I have never seen a Kevin Smith movie. So
there we go.
At all, not one.
Me neither. I haven't seen them. I don't. Again,
it's acquired taste. Like people will, some people will like them, some people won't. It's certain types of people would like it.
I want to react to Clerks, but like I feel like I will like it, but I'm not sure. Let's get back to Luca though. After 30 minutes of talking to other things.
Well, maybe Luca just didn't have a lot. I feel like Luca's one of those movies where people just it's middle of the road, and people and the fact that we went on a tangent about Pixar and Disneyland, I think that
does say a lot.
The quality of the movie.
Yeah. Let's say our favorite thing and then least favorite thing about the movie. And AJ, we can start with you.
Okay. Favorite thing about the movie, I would probably say animation. I thought the animation was gorgeous, and I also really enjoyed the score. But my least favorite part probably that it was forgettable. That's really it. The story didn't grab me as well as I hoped. So I guess I'll go with that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Luke. What's yours?
I will agree with you guys. The animation is gorgeous. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I also really another one of my biggest praises I can give the film is the voice acting, mostly to Jacob Tremblay and Jack Dylan Grazer as Luca and Alberto. But here's the thing, like, does anyone remember here The Predator?
The Predator.
Sorry, can you say that again?
The movie Predator, Shane Black's Predator sequel.
Like from 2018.
Jacob Tremblay was in that, and I was like, What are you doing there? You have better things to do. Okay, anyways, continuing on.
All these things. Yeah.
Good boys. Yeah. Good boys.
Good boys, yes.
Good boys. Good boys.
Hilarious movie.
I like hot take. Good boys and Room are better than Luca. Boom.
You said good boys and what? You said
Good boys and Room are better than Luca.
Yeah.
I would agree with.
I'm not sure about Good Boys yet because
Good Boys is definitely better than Luca. I think.
I don't.
Okay,
maybe more of an enjoyable experience in the theater.
Good Boys. I do have a couple of issues with the film. It's not the funniest comedy by Seth Rogen.
That's true.
Well, yeah, because he's made some of the best.
It's no super bad.
Pineapple Express. But here's the thing. I really think some of the comedy is a little bit dated, in my opinion. Like, I just don't think. Yes, I think the comedy is a little bit dated, and I really wanted to see this film going for like 2 hours. Hot take.
How long was the actual film? I can't remember.
I was like about 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, I think without credits, I think it was about like an hour and 21, I think, when it was around. It was a quick movie.
It doesn't want to tell me on the back here. I hate when Blu-rays do that. I actually
that's just the slipcover, man.
Does it say on the back of the normal?
It should say on the slipcover as well, but
it says an hour and 30 minutes on IMDb.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop looking at that. But yeah, I was trying to find it. I'm so determined to find it now, but I'll find it after. I know it will be hour 30, but yeah, I can see that. And Benji, what's your favorite and least favorite thing?
I'm on the same road as like AJ. The animation and the score are amazing as always for a Pixar movie, but the reason why I'll never watch it again is because the story is weak and it's just it's boring, and the characters, I would say, are not three-dimensional. Like let's be real. In Soul, they made the cat three-dimensional. The cat had a really good personality, and like literally, they've made feelings have multiple feelings. Like they've done like robots. Even it's just like they've done these really like deep characters, and I don't necessarily think that with the weak story and the story that doesn't go as far as it could, I think that plays into that too, where the voice acting is good, but the characters are not the strongest that have ever been in Pixar. So I would say, good animation, good score, like always, like every Pixar movie, they get the best people for that. But as a story and as characters, not the best that Pixar's ever done, and far from that.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say my favorite aspect. I mean, I think the animation is almost a given at this point, and I do have to give major compliments to both Jacob Tremblay, because I think that him and Noah Jupe are the best working child actors now. Like they're fantastic. I also think, side note, that Jacob Tremblay's performance in Room is the best child acting of all time, best child acting performance ever.
It's pretty good.
And
it's amazing.
And like, I also really love Jack Dylan Grazer. Like, I think that he's fantastic in, Shazam, in It. And I think that he was like that standout to me, just because I liked his character more than Luca. Of course, Jacob Tremblay was also great. But my least favorite thing, as I said before, was kind of just that it lacked the Pixar magic, but it just lacked, the rewatchability. I was not invested really with the movie. The only reason I was invested was because I was watching it on my school lunch, and it was better than the class I was in that day. And that's just because my class sucks.
Okay. I totally get where you're coming from there, man. I totally get that.
Yeah, like I was just like, I need something to not think about. I'll watch this movie. Shit, the movie sucks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like that's just how I kind of felt.
Okay. But
in my opinion,
hot take, really quick. I think Robots is better than Luca.
I don't know the last time I watched Robots.
Well, you got.
I watched it last.
McGregor
I rewatched it last summer, and I still really love it. Like even as a kid.
Yeah,
you would rewatch that one. It's been so long.
That's another
Robin
hot
Williams.
take. Yeah. Well, this is another hot take that people got mad at me for, because I said it in my review for Birds of Prey. Roman Sionis is the best DCEU villain, and people were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Dude, it was such a good character."
Yeah, like
he was great.
And plus, the actor that played him is on. Okay, I'm gonna get this really quick out of the way. The actor that played as Roman Sionis or Black Mask, Ewan McGregor, he's actually my favorite actor of all time.
I understand that.
He fails to impress me. Actually.
He's really good. So you said that he's your favorite director or your favorite actor. I have to pull a movie out, see if you've seen it, because this is like one of his first movies. Have you seen Shallow Grave with him?
I actually have.
Such a good movie. Such a good performance.
But I'm gonna get this out of the way quick. For any of you guys that personally know me, like have been watching some of my videos, you guys should know that my favorite film of all time was actually the film that really got McGregor to stardom, Trainspotting.
Hell yeah!
I reacted to that movie.
Yeah, I saw your reaction. I actually saw your reaction to that. There, Ewan. The scene like when Spud like ruins breakfast. I was like your reaction, dude. Your reaction was priceless, man.
So gross. If you haven't seen the movie, let's not say what happens. It is disgusting. It
is disgusting though, but it's handled in the best way possible.
Yeah, of course.
Just, like, almost laugh.
When I talk to people like about that movie, I don't say a lot. The stuff I say is like, go in expecting like the couple phrases that I always say is heroin and toilet swimming, and people are like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
right now. That's me.
It's gross, but it's actually a very good movie.
It's amazing.
It's Requiem for
one
a
of those
Dream
films,
if it was a comedy.
It is treated like a
I
comedy.
love Requiem for a Dream.
I need to react to that one as well.
Man, dude, that movie broke me. Man.
I don't know if you want to react to that, bro.
No, I do though. I know that it's disgusting and gross and all that. That's why I want to react to it.
Man.
They make for more funny reactions.
Okay,
I know, man, but like
you've been
Requiem for a Dream is one of those films. I've been wanting to watch it a second time, but it's such a depressing film that I never have the urge to watch it again.
There's so many movies like that where I
12
feel
Years
the
a
same way.
Slave is a good example.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
for
example.
For me, a movie I really, really love and I respect, but I'll never watch again is Seven, just because of how gross it is. I'm like,
Really?
it's such a good movie.
This is one of my
it's-
favorites, so that's why I've seen it a few times.
It's
Yeah,
one of
but
those ones where they don't show you, but they describe really heavily, and of course your mind paints it differently, Then, yeah.
Thank you, Jason, for that.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you,
But I was
Jason.
gonna tell you guys the film
Nice.
that really depressed me so much. I actually have this on Blu-ray, but I never see myself ever watching this film again. It's The Killing of a Sacred Deer, directed by Yorgos
Oh,
Lanthimos.
yes.
I still haven't seen it. It's on my watch
I haven't
list.
seen it either.
Yeah, this movie is so disturbing, and the reason why, I just don't see myself ever watching it again. But but here's the thing: unless I get a girlfriend that's that really wants to watch a film like this, and I'm just okay, fine, I'll watch it again.
Oh, yeah.
It's
A24. It's A24 horror,
Yeah.
so you would expect disturbing from an A24 horror film.
Yeah.
I just watched
Midsummer.
Saint Maud last night. Saint Maud is my favorite movie of this year so far.
Really?
And,
Nice.
I'll take with Saint Maud, but I won't go there.
Yeah, and then I
I think my favorite A24 film, easily, I'm gonna be honest, it's The Lighthouse.
That's a
Okay.
good
Hell
choice.
yeah.
That's on my list. I haven't seen that one
I
yet.
have
I'm
a
excited
lot.
to watch it.
My favorite movie of 2019. Favorite
I have a
2019.
lot of
Top
Top
A lot of
Gun.
pick.
A.24
A24
lobster.
films for me. A lot of the A24 films for me are 505. You got
yeah.
Good Time, The Witch, The Disaster
The Witch.
Artist.
Yes.
Yes,
There's-
Disaster Artist. Yes.
I haven't
There's
seen
some really
Disaster
good
Artist
films
yet.
Room,
they've
Moonlight.
made.
Uncut
Yeah.
Gems.
Hell
Uncut
yeah.
Gems.
Uncut
Yeah.
Gems.
Mhm.
Uncut Gems is awesome. They make so many good movies that I wouldn't say Saint Maud is their best movie, but even I rewatched, I watched the NC-17 extended cut of Midsummer last night.
Oh.
Such a good.
Oh,
side of the
I didn't.
movie.
I didn't
do
realize
not
they
like
had that.
Midsummer at all. I don't.
Oh, you didn't
I
like
think it's
Midsommar?
fine.
Okay.
I think
Under
that
the
there
Skin.
are good things about it, but I did not enjoy Midsummer. I found it
Okay.
pointless. But again,
Did you like Hereditary?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Which
love
is weird.
Hereditary.
I
get that.
I do. Hereditary is the scariest movie that I've ever seen.
he
Are you
makes
serious?
movies-
Yes. So
Minari,
scary.
Minari could have won Best Picture, and I would have been so
Minari's
happy.
great. Minari is
Yes,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way really quick, about some of the Best Picture nominees. Hot take. Okay, you guys are probably gonna kill me for this, but
Okay.
I think the rest of the Best Picture list all better than Nomadland.
Ooh.
Well,
For,
I haven't.
some
I
of
am-
them, yeah.
Here's the
It's just
thing.
in
I
my
haven't
opinion.
seen.
I really think that
Yeah,
I'm gonna go as far as saying that I think Mank is better than Nomadland.
I could see that because I haven't watched
close.
Nomadland yet, and it's for a reason because
It's,
it looks
it's very
boring
good.
to me.
It's just so
Yeah, very good
slow and fucking
Yeah.
like-
Yeah. Well, it's even
It is
free on
slow.
Disney Plus for me. It's free
No,
on
Yeah,
Disney
that's
Plus.
how I watched it.
No, it's on Hulu.
Mhm.
It's on
Yeah,
for
well,
Canada.
in
it's
Canada.
free on-
In
Canada,
Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
But,
bad, guys. My bad.
Yeah.
You got Star. Y'all have
it's free.
Disney Plus Star.
It's
Yes,
free, and I
sir.
still don't want to watch it at this point. So I feel
Yeah.
like
The-
that's
The
not a
only
good
reason
thing,
I
like-
watched it was because of the Oscars, but I think
No.
we hit the hour mark. We had a really great discussion here
No.
about Luca for the start, but then Star.
Luca.
and
Yeah, we just
Luca
continuously
Evans
just talk
Smith,
about
and
other
Yeah.
movies.
It's just it started here and then it went all over here and then it ended up here and then we went sidetracked again. But it was fun. It's kind of cool
Yeah.
to talk about this with we all had different opinions on the
Yeah.
movie, so it was kind of fun. Obviously, you have Benji and I who kind of agree for the most part, and then AJ and Luke who are close, not the exact same, but close. So it is a fun dynamic with all four of you. And
Yeah.
the channels for those watching live or on the replay, their channels are linked down below. I just had to do that before I started the live, so go subscribe to them. AJ and I have made a video, and then I think that I'll make videos with the other two sometime in the future. And again, for those who are watching, please tell us your thoughts on Luca, because it's a very, very divisive movie. Because again, we all have
Yes.
different things. It's interesting. It starts a fun discussion. And again, thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. Over and out.
Later.